Comfort here at World Dairy Expo. Your name?
My name is Scott Stempfle. We're from Maynard, Iowa. We're milking 1,100 cows right now. I am the herdsman. I'm pretty much in charge of all the day-to-day activities on the farm, taking care of calves, herd health, employee management, help with the crop decisions, financial decisions, pretty much the whole picture.
How many generations on the farm?
We're just working on our 4th generation with my daughter now.
Wow, very impressive. So what's the cell count and your components and rolling herd average?
So on our components, right now we're running a 4.5 coming out of summer, so we're pretty happy with that. When we get out of the warm weather, typically we're running a 4.8 butterfat, about a 3.2, 3.3 protein, and we'll run anywhere from 92 to 97 pounds.
Oh, very impressive, very impressive. How do you typically use the Udder Comfort? Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so we use Udder Comfort in a couple different ways. We'll use it on pre-fresh animals. We go through our heifer and our dry cow maternity pens and we hit them once a day. And then when animals calve in, we spray them 3 times a day for the first week of their lactation. And then if we would happen to get a cow that's got any warm or hot quarters or just a little flare-up of mastitis, we go ahead and treat them as needed also. I mean the milk quality side of things, just from looking at the cows, you can tell the texture of the udders are nicer, more venation. The milkers fit on the cows more snugly and squarely. You don't have to worry about squawking. Just helps get the cows up and running back to where they need to be so they can be efficient. So in the past, we started out with just a white lotion years and years ago, and then we upgraded to the squirt bottles, and that was a pretty good upgrade. And then I was up here about 4 or 5 years ago and they had this white sprayer. And they're like, well, you gotta try this. And I'm like, all right. I was skeptical. We took that back home. The employees and myself, hey, this is something that we can get behind. It's really consistent and it just did a nice job. Then they come out with the yellow sprayer that held a little more, really did a nice job of applicating. But then this year they come out with their new product, this little 1-gallon sprayer.
Yeah, the Buddy.
The Buddy. And that is really, really handy.
Tell us about that, because I don't, it's new.
Yeah. So it's just a 1-gallon sprayer. I mean, you can throw it on your shoulder, you can carry it around. It's really compact, so it hangs up out of the way. In our parlor, we used to set our backpack sprayers up in the front, and you'd get water on them, and not that that was a problem, but this year you can hang up. We've got a little hook for it in the parlor. It stays nice, it stays clean. It's not too heavy, but it holds enough product. It really does a nice job of distributing the product on the cows. Just really, really handy.
Gee, that's nice. Is that the only aspect you have in the parlor?
Yeah, I mean that
does it. The Buddy does it.
The Buddy does it. That's the only thing.
Wow, impressive. Impressive. How about with the pre-fresh?
The pre-fresh, I mean, we set the headlocks in the morning when we feed them, and then we go through. You can have that in one hand. The heifers, they can be a little jumpy, so it's okay to be, you don't have all that weight on your back. We like the Buddy. It's really nice.
Oh.
I really like it. I mean, it's really simple. It's really easy to use. I mean, in our parlor, we've got the little handle here that you can either throw over your shoulder. If you're running from one end of the parlor quick for a fresh cow, grab the handle, you take off. Click the button, run up, 1 pass underneath the cow's udder, on to the next one.
And that's all you have? And how many cows are you milking?
We're just 1,100 cows on test, and this is all we use for applying Udder Comfort.
Is the Buddy?
Is the Buddy. It's the way to go.
And you were saying earlier, pre-fresh.
Yep. So when we do our pre-fresh cows, we go and we set the headlocks after we feed them. And then, I mean, it's pretty simple. You can walk behind them, make 1 pass. You can keep this up out of the way. It stays clean. It stays safe. You stay safe. It's just really handy.
What's it done for your cell count? Just tell us a little bit about that.
So our cell count right now, we're running about 120,000. In the winter months, we'll get down as low as 80,000. It's just a good part of helping to control the cow and keep her healthy and keep her rolling. I was skeptical when we first started with sprayers, but this is the only way to go, I think. I don't see how they can make it much better. I just think for quality milk and for animals, the comfort of them, you just can see the change in the mammary system, and I mean, it just really works to help pull inflammation and edema out of mammary systems. And we're really passionate about the cow. The cow has been the center of my life since I was born. So in our operation today, we have myself and my wife that are the 3rd generation farmers. My parents purchased the farm in 1989, and they started with 45 cows. So cow comfort's huge. If you don't have cow comfort, nothing else really seems to matter, in my opinion. Not trying to stress cows when they calve or try to minimize that, which kind of plays into the udder comfort, you know. If you are able to help minimize all the other stresses on a cow's feet, her legs, making sure she has food, water, and a good place to rest, she's clean and she's dry, well, that really leaves the udders, the next thing that you need to take care of. So by using Udder Comfort, that's been a tool that we can help relieve that stress, pressure, and just really help them transition a lot more smoothly, more efficiently. On the fresh cows, it's really about getting that udder texture and that quality back, really helping to pull the edema out of those, and just helping the cows just feel better, There's not as much edema in there, they're up moving around more, they eat, they drink, they feel better, they give more milk, and it's a higher quality product.
What do you like about the dairy business?
Oh, everything. Where do you start? Where do you end? My whole life I've wanted to be a dairy farmer. My goals have changed over time. We started milking 450 cows when we built this new freestall barn 9 years ago, and now we're right around 1,100 cows on test. I've met all my friends either through showing or going to school for dairy science. I met my wife showing cattle at the fairs, so just a good industry to be a part of.
Thank you, Scott. We appreciate so much you sharing with us how you use Udder Comfort and telling us about your farm and all your experiences. Thank you so much, Scott.
Yeah, not a problem.